Angelo Badalamenti. And he say, oh, that's it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Angelo. Oh, that's turning my hair down. I love that. Just keep that going.
Angelo Badalamenti.
Angelo Badalamenti.
Goodbye. Simple. It's January 3rd, so the first Friday when it's January, this is January this year, 2025, yeah?
If he can believe it's a funny once again. It
after practically 14 and 33. Yesterday I woke up, repeat, I don't know why, but practically a few minutes ago, vabbè, adesso, months ago, sorry, November, I'm repeating that it's slightly cold and particularly in the last weeks, obviously, for the fact that we entered in the winter, it's really cold, in fact, but thanks to Amir, I see that this thing always in my past weather reports in this period in winter, but I see this only for those who don't know that, thanks to winter, 2 points per meter, we move from meter, this is Dutch athlete, I follow since some years, and these points are con the showers if not treated, and where the closing as possible, where thanks to these 2 points don't say always that the fact the gold since some years, and so for this areas the gold I feel the gold less than the other people, and so this, but also from a general point of view, because also from a general point of view I didn't remember or notice, apart from last year and the past years, I didn't remember notice first part of winter like this, this crisi in general, this crisi per me fact are good, ma in general point of view su these two facts, these two acts, of the aspects, the fact that I follow these 2 points of this method, and the general, the case in general, it's a good thing for me, the thing is a good for me, I don't know if it's for people feel this sensation judgment or something about this, but when it is really I think not, for example, the fact of con the shower it's a bit impossible because general people do hot shower, so depends on them, non pattetico, no, limit formality, vabbè, instead of attenzione, they absolutely, I can say this, everything is just really religious, it's a bad, but this satisfaction we feel, it's a bad for this. It's a Friday once again, as you know, as every Friday, feast of food, she am prepared with this. These respectively the third red and white, the third and fourth the blue and white. Yes, because until a few months ago I believe that this crashed. Instead it was only a battery problem, so it is still working, and practically even if this is the new one, with this practically I sharing almost since some months sharing almost all the I'm sharing or shared almost all the bird. Practically when its battery runs out, last minutes, generally 10 minutes, of the bird I'm sharing or share with this in the third. So even if it's like this, because this is the real new, it's always good, and so good in general is a thing. I will repeat respectively the third and the fourth, red and blue, the third and fourth reason, giusto? The words in general for this is fourth shadow, ma è proprio per vedere porto delle lince, since non time also consider me, se cantavo in bridge, cioè ma che bridge is su music some story straight to story, vabbè, buff, e ci per react. In case if you think it tried out this disease, I repeat this just before. 59 variant 15 that was here, anticipate. Stay before doing this. when there is the curtain usually you see suppose almost perfect. In fact, as you notice in the repeat, totally grey practically, cloudy sky, atmosphere, and yes, so according to Terida, I think are going to, if the day is going to the end, practically in 3 hours will be this evening. Well, for these other hours until the end of the light, I think it will begin at in general until the end of the day, Sunday night. I think it will become dark and obscure, and also it will rain for a few moments of the day. But as well as obviously, I want to wizard. So once we see, if it's clear, second screaming to the very clear. But so series, video wind and yogurt, insomma, anzi tu rai che insomma in 2 years, lo so che mi fa per te, today also near me. Also in this case, however, better visible in sentire, in the shot, assieme a me, già shot. As regard the green shooter, behind the curtain and so not visible. In general visible, non so in this case, better visible in sentire, in the shot, also in this case, assieme a me, già shot. And finally, from medial cable GX 614 APG 625, also in this case, in this medial generation. Eva, it's a little people, this is like getting it well. So, no problem, my sister. Also, myself, also, my kids. And finally, I hope you will get the breakfast. Today it's late, really late. And also for my hours, late, but when I say late, I mean for my hours. But the all important is that we are still far away from the record. A reaction a sembrante su di 30 was Saturday, we fact time breakfast, if you intend to get a start with but if you intend part time university, to the university, so magari things few days ago, a few days we passed the 1 year near sembrante su di 3, so I think that this record is sembrante su di 3, so sarà c'è da magari today repeat really close, and also very late for my hours, track repeat, yeah, just at the really important thing to show us the memory that we also today for I'm really happy. And as we always say, breakfast is also one of the most ultimate food. Absolutely. Also in the case, and since 2 days from this other new mythical and beautiful shot, the new beautiful mythical biscuits, particular the cereals, the palm cereals, I truly recommend it, they are fantastic, because the milk goes in this milk, so not only there is obviously the coffee, but also the Nesquik, so it's a breakfast, it's really a bomb, I recommend it, but in particular the cereals, the palm cereals, Italian palm cereals, are truly spectacular. I'll see you tomorrow, I suppose, if I don't die. But I don't know until tomorrow what will happen. Meanwhile, we'll see.